Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us and welcome to your Transformers news video on a Tuesday. As always, this is a perfect opportunity for me to keep you updated with things that have found God in the world of Transformers. I'll also let you know what's happening with this YouTube channel and of course everything else. Again, thank you for all the support on my other social media. I've got a TikTok and my Instagram is toys_rruss, and of course my eBay, which is toys.r.russ1. Thank you for everybody who's buying everything from me, because of course the funds just go straight back into the channel for me to help find some figures that have been on my radar for quite some time. Anyway, we've got some news here. So it appears there is a Funko Pop equivalent of our very own JT Prime. Now what I mean by our very own JT Prime is JT Prime in the Transformers community is a person who finds all these EAN numbers, which are actual product numbers and product codes for figures before they come out. So basically he gets the spoilers, he knows what they are, they've got all their names and stuff, and it appears we have a Funko person equivalent because we have no images of these, but these codes have been found for Skywarp, for Nemesis Prime, for Cup and Springer. Now Skywarp obviously is just a redecoed Starscream. Nemesis of Prime, Cup and Springer, I'm very intrigued to see them, to be fair, but as I say, as of yet, no images. Maybe they will drop at MCM Comic Con, which funnily enough of course is this weekend. I've got the privilege again of been able to work with Hasbro, so I look forward to getting you loads of content, loads of videos on here, on my Instagram as much as I can, and of course there's going to be a live panel as well. So for those of you who can't go, keep your eyes on there. I'm going to keep you guys updated with as much stuff as I can from there. And talking of other conventions, Tfcon Chicago, more confirmed voice actors you can see there. That is again this weekend as well, coincides, so there's a few choices here of conventions. Right, these images I'm just going to focus on Soundwave. So although we've seen quite a few images of this guy already, these are Takara, Tomy's versions of him, and as I say, he's available for pre-order direct from them as well as the rest of all the other shops in the rest of the world. The reason why I show these images is because a lot of the time Takara, Tomy do their own images, and what I do like about this very quickly is I like the fact that the Masterpiece cassettes still look like cassettes. I appreciate all the effort and everything that goes into the Studio series and the War for Cybertron and Legacies, etc., but they still don't look like cassettes, do they? Whereas the Masterpiece one, it genuinely still does look like a cassette. And as I was saying anyway, if you've missed out on the pre-orders for this, or if it's unavailable in your particular area or shop, you can get them from Amazon Japan. And I think, to be honest guys, I might have to get this now because I've got the original mold. I haven't gone like really excited. I think it's great, but because I've already got the original and I do like the mold, but that one is growing on me even more every time I look at it, to be honest. Right, here's something as well I like to focus on this channel. This is artwork. So this, I always focus obviously the Hasbro designers, behind the scenes concepts. This is movie artwork and movie concepts. So this is from Eddie Del Rio. So if you haven't got his Instagram, you can get these images from TFW 2005. And this is some interesting, and he's perfectly worded here, menacing ideas for early concepts of the Predacons and indeed Scourge. I mean, first and foremost, if there's any of these that have come to fruition, I think they'd have had to have changed the rating because it might have been set a little bit higher. These look borderline demonic. Let's have a look at these. But it's great to see how the concept of, you know, the main baddie changed. These are the ones which, they still look pretty menacing, but they do get, yeah, darker is probably the only word that I can think of. So, as I always say, interesting to see. That's the one that, of course, we know how they get from these ideas, from these concepts, to where we ended up. Again, if you want to see this at the glare, guys, please head to TFW 2005. Then we've got one that we recognise, closed mouth, open mouth. We get a couple of Predacons now, but then we go back to some really, really, yeah, look, I suppose devil-looking Scourge. These look really far more, as I say, the rating on this would have had to have been, I would have thought, put up due to how, I'm going to use their word, menacing that they do in fact look. But again, great to see the ideas. Let me know which is your favourite in there. Right, moving on to something that is probably the main reasons why you're watching this video. I've got to be honest, guys, I saw this on Friday, literally 4 or 5 days ago, but I didn't want to report or do a video on it because I didn't know how true it was. I didn't know if it was a full concept. I didn't know if it was an actual box set or a gift set. At the time of when I was reading about this and people were sending me information about this, it looked like it was just basically they got the 6 figures for Devastator and packaged it as one, and the 5 figures for Superion and packaged it as one. Now the reason why this is interesting is because we've seen, and I think it was actually Evan said it on 2710 or 1027, and I'm sure he said it on one of the interviews with myself as well, that there would be no gift sets or box sets for the combiners this or next year. So of course this has probably surprised a lot of people. But also I want to get across from what I can understand on this and what I didn't report. It's not mainline production. It is a shop. It's only one shop's, and it's a store, an in-store exclusive basically. And they are very, very limited numbers, which you're going to see here now. So I've got the article from both TFW 2005 and from T-Formers. So as I say, it's from the official Hasbro Taobao store in China. And this is, they are doing a Megatron and a Optimus Prime packaged together. I've got the English translated version in a second as well, with a free cap. They do have a Superion, again all packaged together with a Devastator pin, and then this one's really interesting. They've got a Devastator all packaged together with a green suitcase. So that was the information we got, but then I went to T-Formers and found this. And as I say, basically, the price is the most upsetting. The price is the most upsetting. So we've got the Superion gift set with combiner box art and a Devastator pin, and it's a limited edition of 200. So the whole set of Superion for $168. Now, if you think that's bad in the US, in the UK, that would get you, you'd still be at least 2 limbs shorts with that, because our prices are more than what you pay in the US, even with your tariffs and everything. It's crazy. Then the Devastator with the suitcase, oh, in fact, yeah, I need to tell you, there's only 200 of them. So only 200 of them to be made. Devastator, there's only 1,000 of these. This is $196 for all of them. For all of them, there you go. You can see that's translated. And then the Megatron, this is crazy cheap. Megatron and Optimus Prime with the cap, it is $300. Now, because it's a store exclusive, I don't know much more about that. As I say, I'm going to do my very best to find out as much as I can from Hasbro Direct over MCM, see if it's something that they might look at doing, see if they're going to look at maybe doing something like a convention exclusive, or if whether or not they're just going to do exactly what they said. Nothing for the next 2 years, then maybe we get some official mainline produced gift sets in the future. Okay, very quickly, third party. Fans Hobby, this is their take on what I believe to be a Dark Star Saber. This is, again, a third party company, not licensed by Hasbro Takara, so they do use different names. And they've now got, I think, 3, maybe 4 decos of this set of figures, which again all do combine to make the Star Saber. And funnily enough, this is where you can get them from. This is Shozi's pre-order page with the new Missing Link Delta Magnus on it, with New Age's Dinobots there, with some more Constructicons there from Fans Toys, Fans Hobbies, X-Transbots, etc. There's your Chibi style Predaking. There's your DNA upgrade kits. There's also Doctor Wu figures. There's your official 3-0 Skybound Optimus Prime. There's also more Missing Link figures. More, what's the word I'm after? There's Missing Link, there's Masterpiece, there's Movie Masterpiece, there's 3-0, there's YOLO Park, and there's Blockies all on Shozi. There's loads of stuff going on. I'm hopefully going to get another little Blockies video done, and indeed my G1 Hound showcase later on as well today. As always though guys, thanks for the support, take care.